there. This is ZoeZion, Director of Zion's Touch Limited. This is my first video on this channel, which is called Insights with ZoeZion. Thank you for watching. Right, today my first topic would be love through your pain, okay? Or loving through your pain, or loving through pain, whichever way, okay? The values for Zion's Touch, which is my company, are leadership, openness, value, and empathy, which is LOVE, love. So this is the reason why I'm, choosing love as the first, topic for this channel. Welcome to Insights with ZoeZion. All right. In this channel, I'll be discussing various issues, career, and social issues and challenges that we encounter on a day-to-day basis, just to give us a different perspective to issues and how we can actually address them. I won't be telling you what to do, okay? I will only be sharing with you a different perspective to living, a balanced life, a good life, and you can reflect and take notes and see how you can, balance things out and see how effective this will be for you going forward in your life. Okay, so this channel is for everyone, all right? Men, women, the young and the old, anyone, join in and comment, that would inspire me to address other issues and areas of that you experience challenge on a day-to-day basis. Okay, I'll get straight into it. Like I said, today's topic is love through the pain, or loving through your pain, or love through pain, whichever way. It's love, love is present and pain is present. So I'd like to start with a definition of love. Okay, first I'd ask you, how do you define love? Because obviously we all have our different definition of love, and this is based on how we've been nurtured growing up, what we see, what we read, what we experience. Okay, so this would influence our definition of love. So I can sit here and start defining love to you, but it won't do any good if you don't actually define love for yourself. So I would say to you, just pause, okay, and relax, take a deep breath, and define love in your own way. What is love? What does love mean to you? I'll wait. Okay, right. I know you'll be like, okay, Zoe, tell us what love means to you. Okay. Love means so many things to me, but the most important thing that love means to me is when it has to do with my experiences, how my love overshadows my experiences, how my love in a way clouds my experiences, how it protects me. I see love as a protection. Okay, that's me. Love as a protection, right? I just want to say, anyone who watches Zion's Touch, my other YouTube platform, they know I don't work with a script, okay? But on this on this channel, I will be using a script, okay? I will, but I work better when I work from my heart, when I communicate from the inside of me, okay? That is my gift, and this is where I want people to experience my content and experience that new perspective to life. Okay, so as I said, my love, okay, is like a protection for me. That's the way I see love. Love is a protection. So if I am dealing with anybody, I want to make sure that they are actually protecting me. All right, this is how I know they love me, and the way I can show love to someone else is how I protect them. So I guess for people like me, if we love you, yeah, we'll protect you. If we love you, we'll be there for you. Okay, I think this should help you define love in your own way. What does love mean to you? If I were to come to you and tell you I love you, how would you want me to show it? Okay, how would you want me to show it? Express that love to you. I know people might say, okay, that's trying to show, I'm talking about showing love now, but then again, it's still the definition, because for so many people out there, they need to feel love, or they need to experience it. Love is an experience, okay? So now that I have said mine is like a protection, or love means protection to me, you can define your one, okay, and share it with me in the comment section, and hopefully I'll be able to do a video, okay, on that experience. All right, let's go deeper. I'll go deeper into things for you. All right, so the next thing now is to define love the way the Bible defines love. How does the Bible define love? I've got just a little note here, okay. It says that love, okay, is self-sacrificing, okay? All right, love is kind, you know. So I don't want to go too deep into that, all right? But for those who are Christians, we understand when, you know, we are being told God is love, you know, the sacrifice, you know, Jesus had to, you know, lay down his life for us, all that is love. So we have, you know, some biblical knowledge about love. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the types of love now, all right? So here I have philia, okay, or filio, which is the friendship love. We have the eros, which is the erotic and the sexual love. Then we have agape, which is the unconditional, divine, and selfless love. Then we have ludus, which is the flirtatious one, okay, the playful one, the casual love, all right, the uncommitted love, okay. Then we have pragma, which is the committed and the long-standing love. I think today I'll be kind of covering pragma and eros. Oh, sorry, not eros. Oh my God, that was tempting. I will be addressing pragma and agape and filio. All right, or philia. All right, which is the friendship kind of love, which is the committed kind of love, and which is the unconditional kind of love, which is the divine kind of love. Wow, that's beautiful. The divine kind of love, the God kind of love, the Jesus kind of love, okay? So we have the friendship kind of love, the divine kind of love, and the committed kind of love. I think the committed kind of love, we kind of put that in, class that as relationship, under relationships, marriage, yeah? Then the agape, okay, would be, you know, anyone that can actually love unconditionally, okay, because I know not many can, all right, and obviously divine, God kind of love, and the friendship kind of love. So love through the pain, or loving through your pain, would be, I would be talking about the friendship, okay, kind of loving through the pain, and the pragma, which is husband and wife or committed relationship, loving through the pain, and unconditional divine love, okay. And this is kind of deep, because sometimes people feel life has hurt them so bad, life has not been fair to them, okay, and so it's you know, they don't want to feel or show love, or they don't understand it, okay. So that's deep, right? And I'll probably have a little bit of structure, like notes, to guide me on that topic. Let's see where we get to today, because I don't want to spend too much time, but I'd love to spend enough time on this topic. All right, so yes, so those are the kinds of love we have. We also have the self-love, all right, and the obsessive love, which is the mania love, the addictive, dependent love, all right. That's what we've got. So I can name them again for you. We have the storge, affection, we have philia, we have eros, we have agape, ludus, pragma, self-love, and mania. All right, I know the longer list, okay, but this is what I have today for you. All right, so what is the next step? Now that we've talked about the types, let's talk about no, it's a question time. Actually, I've got a question for you, and the question is, imagine a depressed individual, all right, someone who is not happy. Let me use that word, someone who's unhappy. Imagine an unhappy individual. How would you show love to them? How would you show love to someone who is not happy? All right. If you say, okay, Zoe, you go first. Okay. If someone isn't happy and I have them, you know, in my presence, I would probably ask them if I can offer them a cup of tea. They might say no because they're unhappy. They might say yes because they actually want something to make them feel relaxed. All right. And some other individuals who are grown up, okay, might say no. I would like a glass of wine. I would like something else. Chill. All right. So what I've done is I've asked a question. How do I make them happy? By asking what they need to calm them down. Okay. I've observed there's something wrong somewhere. Okay. Maybe they're not wearing a smile. Maybe the usual conversation is in there, but they are unhappy. Okay. So I'm trying to make an offer. I'm trying to say, what can I do to make you smile? To make you happy? Okay. Right. So I guess that's the approach we'll all, follow. Right? Try to see if we can make them happy. We might not understand or what they're going through. We might not have all the results, but at least we're making an attempt. That's where I'm going to. We're making an attempt, okay, to get them on the other side. So if you ask me, Zoe, if someone is unhappy in front of you, okay, what would you do? I would try my best to get them on the happy side. So I think that's what we can do. We can only try our best, all right? Okay. So the next question is, if you were depressed or unhappy, what would you want someone to do to make you smile? What does that mean? Meaning, except you communicate to me or to someone else, you can't really help. Okay? You can't really help. So today, as we slowly move into love through pain, I want you to remember, put yourself in the position of pain, feeling pain, and feeling loved, to understand how you as a person can love through pain, right? How you can love and through whatever situations or pain anyone has caused you. I think this is very, very important for us to practice. Even if we're not getting it right, we have to keep on pushing. This is not the only options or maybe platform that you would probably find an individual like myself trying to address it, but the fact that it's an important factor in life, having to overcome our pain, it's important that we address it, whichever way. Okay, so let's move to pain. Define pain. Okay, pain is not the hurtful pain. I mean, as in the one you can feel. You can, the funny thing, you can actually feel all forms of pain. But I'm talking about the emotional one now. All right, I'll define it. Okay, I would say pain is when, for me, pain is when I am like in pain. Okay, that wasn't a good one, so we try again. All right, pain for me is when I begin to see the difficulties and the challenges in life. When I go through pain, I begin to see things, okay? I see deeper than what I would normally see. That means whatever pain I'm going through opens my eyes to other areas in life. Almost like a blessing in disguise, making me see things deeper and understand deeper. So when I begin to get to that realm, when I begin to get to that stage, I'm in pain. But other people have their own definitions. But this is it for me. It's kind of weird. But Zoe, how come when you're in pain, this is me, and this is maybe out of discipline, out of actually getting myself to understand that when I get to a point where I feel pain, I see it as a teaching. Okay? All right. So let's talk about loving through pain. Now we know that there are different kinds of love. Okay? Let's talk about the friendship now. For instance, a friend of yours hurts you. Okay? Say for instance, you share the secret with a friend, and that friend shared that secret with someone else, and that someone else is someone, you wouldn't want that person knowing anything about you. You feel hurt. That causes you a lot of pain. And you look at this friend and you say, how can I appreciate this individual? How do I love this individual after this individual has hurt me, has caused me pain? For some people, that's nothing. Sharing their secret is not painful enough. But there are some people that sharing that one particular secret is a big pain for them. They experience pain, heartbreak. All right? So using that example doesn't really mean that that would cause you pain or any other individual pain. I'm only using that as an example, because other people, you can do so many things to them, they wouldn't feel pain. I think I would put myself in that class, and that is because you've gone through so much in life that simple things don't hurt you anymore. It takes a bigger shock and a bigger incident or something to cause you pain. And that is because over time you're already used to the easy. You're like, this is nothing compared to what I've gone through in my life. For some people, just little things cause them pain. All right? So that's why I will use just the easy ones. So imagine that, and it causes you a lot of pain. The friend, kind of shared your secret, and it cost you a lot of pain. And you're saying, how do I love this individual? How do I begin to show love to this individual after what they've done? And this is why we must question ourselves. Because if care is not taken, you begin to see that person as an enemy. Now, this is not to say this person is not an enemy, because if this person, you and this have an understanding that this is a secret and it's not to be shared, and they do it on purpose, they put themselves in a position where you can say whatever, you can class them. It's now you classing them, is this an enemy or a friend? It's up to you. Okay? Because they put themselves in a category, which isn't, a friendship category, or a category or level, that should be receiving love from you. Okay, they've sort of pushed themselves away from you with their own hands. They've, taken themselves out of that love zone. All right, where you express love and give love to them. All right. So at the end of the day, the question is, how do we love these individuals? Yeah, despite the pain that they've caused us. And it's very important we ask ourselves this question. We take time out to reflect, because it's not just one person that will hurt us in life. So many people will. And I want to say this most especially because I know this is real and it happens. For some of us, the people that have hurt us, they're from our family. And that is a fact. The first hurt that we've ever experienced is from our family circle, relatives, you name it. Sometimes mother, sometimes father, sometimes brother, sometimes sister, cousin, you name it. You name it. It's from family. And as you grow up, it probably hurts it hurts worse when you understand the dynamics in family, when you understand that, you're meant to believe that family should be dedicated, they should not betray. There's so many expectations from family members. When you begin to grow up believing all these things, that little pain hurts more and more, because you're like, for God's sake, this is my brother. For God's sake, this is my mother. For God's sake, this is my father. Okay? So how do you how do you move past that feeling so it doesn't hurt, affect your daily life or things, your activities or your progression in life? How do you actually put that aside and move on? This is where loving through the pain, this topic is really important, because at the end of the day, you're trying to love, still love through that pain. You know why? Because love is the only way out. Some people say, no, I can be enemies, I can be this, and move on. I'll be fine, I'll be cool. But no, it will still come to bite you in the future, because it's going to affect the way you deal with people, with other friends. It's going to affect the way you deal with, with people that want to even show you true friendship. Okay, in my other YouTube channel, The Forgotten Hero, where I address issues, challenges, single parenting, single mom, I share a bit about myself. But for this channel, I wouldn't want to go that far. So I would ask questions and ask you to kind of address them. All right, I want you to kind of reflect, okay, and think, how do I sort this issue out? How do I love through pain? Okay, you have to do the job. I can't do it for you. I'm only bringing this message out, okay, for us to know how important it is that we ought to love through pain, because that is one of the greatest solutions to most of our challenges. Most people would say forgiveness, but I'm not talking about forgiveness. Okay? I'm not talking about forgiveness. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about love. Love is kind. Okay? I'm talking about love. Meaning that whatever this friend has done to you, you've got to choose to love them. Remember, I didn't say forgive. I'm not talking about forgiveness. That's another topic for another day. Let's leave that aside, okay? I don't want to bring forgiveness into this. I'm just talking about love. Love. Love them. That's all you can do. Meaning you don't hate. Meaning you take away every feeling of hatred. I know it's not a one-day job, 1 hour job. But I tell you, when you start today, you're going to get there someday. Okay? Start today, you get there someday. Meaning, just take away every hate you have. Slowly. Try and still love them. I know it's painful, whatever they've done, but still try and love them. Meaning, you're not going to them, okay, to embrace and whatever. No one's talking about that. If you can do, please do. That's you. Do you. If you're strong enough. I'm strong enough to do that. I see someone who has hurt me, because I've loved them, I can embrace them. Okay? So if you do you, all I'm talking about is finding that balance. Okay? Trying to initiate love for that individual. Okay? Try as much as possible, because it will get you far. Either mother, father, brother, sister. Love them does not mean that you're sitting together having a drink with them. If the opportunity arises and you know you can protect yourself, protect yourself. For me, people that have hurt me before, through experience, I kind of find it difficult to trust them. Okay? But that doesn't mean I can love them. I don't know if I'm making sense. So if you're in a situation where people have hurt you, betrayed you, for instance, like shared your information the wrong way, I think you wouldn't want to do that a second time. If I don't know if I'm making sense. You don't want to do that. You might still appreciate them, show them love, okay? But you wouldn't share that information. That's what I mean by protecting yourself going forward. It's almost like you've learned your lesson. You've gone, you burnt yourself. You don't want to put your fingers, your finger in the fire anymore. All right, you protect yourself, but show love. Okay. So let's move to the other one. When it comes to loving through the pain, when it comes to pragma, this is deep. So pragma is the committed, which is the long-standing love, which is the love, marriage, commitment, deep love. How do you love through the pain? Remember, I'm not talking about forgiveness. I'm saying love through the pain that someone you're committed to has hurt you. So you're in a long-standing relationship with has hurt you. Someone that, there's deep love and connection has hurt you. What do you do? How do you love that individual? Okay, through the pain of the relationship. Same principle. You start today. You start today. You start to love them. Everything. Meaning, you can see their picture and just love them and let it go. Growing up My daughters, they still do it. You know, when we have a picture, and we see someone we don't like in the picture, we color the eyes and the nose, and all that. My babies still do it to themselves. The pictures we have, on the fridge, if they're upset with themselves, they'll go color the eyes and color. I'll be like, oh, did that too? So eyes will be like, it's that person, or like cheeky. Yeah. So you can actually look at them, and in your heart, you're saying, I still love you no matter what. I know it's hard. You'll be like, Zoe, no, there are some people. I get you. But if you're face to face with them, you should be able to not show that emotion of negativity. Because for you face to face with someone who has hurt you deeply, should present an opportunity where you can actually practice how to love through the pain. And I tell you, when you start today, you get there someday. And this is something that I think most people need to be aware of, that we can actually love through the pain. It doesn't mean we don't protect ourselves. Like I said, you have to protect yourself. If someone has burnt you before, you need to protect yourself, okay? I'm not saying loving means throwing yourself out there and getting hurt countless times. No. I'm saying that emotion of love, that emotion is still there. Like this love, the commitment is still there. You're still committed. You're still committed. Except it's broken. You've come together and say this is not it. Then that's it. But if the commitment is still there, you've got to love through that pain. And with time, all the pain will go, because love is strong enough to diminish pain. It is strong enough. People can be drunk in love. That's why it's called drunk in love. Because when you're drunk in love, you're drunk in love. Nothing matters. So I tell you, your love, you can be so drunk in love that, that commitment, that pain, it overshadows. And ask Zoe, how? Now it's up to you. You have to work it out yourself. Work it out yourself. Like I said, if you put comments down and share with me, I would address topics the best way that I can, based on my own personal insights. Okay? I will address it, and you can see if it will help you in any way. At the end of the day, it's only to help. The information is only to help you, to guide you. Because people need to hear this, okay? Some people are suffering out there, and, not many people are actually addressing their needs. So I am coming in from a different way, from different perspective, coming in another way to see if I can actually help you. Okay, so based on your comments or your feedback, then I will be able to maybe dig deeper and analyze situations in a different way. All right. So that on that note, as per the committed love, the committed kind of love, which is pragma, you can still love through the pain, especially in that commitment. You work your way through it. Work your way through it. But one thing I want you to know is, whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever relationship you're committed to or in, whosoever you're having this partnership with, ensure that this person is also showing you love. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if it's a one-sided love, this is difficult. This is a very difficult kind of love. Okay, if it's one-sided. The way I can show and explain this to you is thinking about this story, the Christian story, which is Jesus going to the cross and people lashing, hitting, spitting. Yeah. So that is painful. I can't go through that sort of love. It's painful. It's painful. Although we as humans, some humans have some level of unconditional love, which is beautiful, but that full-on divine love that we know about, that story, Jesus' story on the cross, how do you actually go on the cross with people that you're dying for, still hitting, spitting, and all manner of things? So this is where you need to be careful. All right, if you're in that sort of, you're experiencing pragma, love kind of love, make sure this person is committed to you, because with that you can find the balance. I say this because when both parties love each other, you can actually help each other through that pain. But when the love is one-sided and you're just experiencing pain on your own, how does this apply? So please be careful of how you initiate what I'm talking about. All right? If it's one-sided, this is hard when it comes to pragma, because pragma talks about commitment. And in commitment is not just you committed, another person should be committed. Both parties are committed to each other. If you're just committed to someone and the person isn't committed to you, you need to ask yourself why you are doing that in the first place. Okay? Don't put yourself and your life in danger. Care for yourself. Love yourself to know the level of relationships or commitments you can go into. All right? The next would be the divine kind of love, which is the unconditional kind of love. I actually talked about that. Now, when we're talking about agape love, how do we experience, in what platform, what areas of our life do we experience this kind of love? Okay, I might say, most people might say, and through experience, communication with people now, it would be in a church kind of way, saying, for instance, when you experience some kind of pain in a church setting, because when we talk about divine, most people, would say, I've not seen God, okay? Most people would say, I've not seen whatever. They've not had the dreams and all that experience, all that other people say they've experienced. So let's leave that aside, okay? But sometimes when people have this kind of issue with pain, it's because they're expecting the kind of love they're expecting is from a higher authority. I would put that under parenting as well, under the church, okay, under spiritual leaders. When a spiritual leader or a spiritual authority or your parents hurt you, when you know that you should be receiving unconditional love from your parents and they hurt you, or from spiritual leaders and they hurt you, wow, that's another level of pain. It's another level of pain. Now, asking someone to actually go through that pain, exercising love through that pain, where do you start from? Where do you start from? Okay? This is why I say this is something we need to talk about. Most people, we don't talk about it, and we need to actually talk about it. Because when people suffer pain under circumstances like this, it's really hard for them to forgive. It's hard for them to love even their fellow human beings. Okay? It's hard for them to love their fellow human being. And we can't really necessarily blame these people, but we as communities, societies, we can, take accountability by, showing and, spreading the awareness, that making people aware that things happen. And we should be there to, to kind of help people out of these situations. When they tell you this has happened to them, they've been abused or something, express a level of trust and dig in to find out how you can help them. Okay, because it's not easy to actually love through this level of pain. Okay, so but like I would always say, it's a day-to-day thing. Try every single day to take every piece of pain away by trying to love. Trying to love. A little dose of love today. It hurt me. A little dose of love tomorrow. It hurt me. A little dose of love. Cry. Let it all out. Speak. Because sometimes when we share things, when we speak, talk about our experiences, our pain, it helps us. even if you can find someone you can trust and you feel this pain is so deep, get out a journal, a book, and begin to write, let it all out. Don't keep it inside. It needs to come out so the love it can be replaced with love, and you can have space to actually love. I'm not saying this is easy. Things like this take years, but all I am saying today is start now. Start today. All right? Start today. So, I will share more on this, okay, at some point. But like I said, this is my first video on Insights with ZoeZion, and I really wanted to talk about loving through, our pain, or loving through pain. Okay. I think this is where I would say thank you for listening to me, and do subscribe to my new channel. Share my videos, okay? Tell everyone about ZoeZion, Insights with ZoeZion. Get all the single moms to subscribe, to share, okay? And have a look at my website and see the services that I provide. I am interested in, public speaking, all right, in your social gatherings, okay? I am more of a natural speaker, okay? Speak from my heart. So my own style will be different, but I'll be sure to bless and entertain you. Contact me, okay? My email address you can find on my website, or I would include, all right, in the description section. And listen, we can all make this world a better place if we try. This is the saying.